big idea for this unit was nuclear energy affects our lives, and we chose this topic because of Fukushima and the other accidents in the past. And I think at the moment nuclear energy isn't a great source of energy because of Fukushima and the accidents in Chernobyl and of course nuclear waste, which has been stored for thousands of years.
But by using reactors from the near future, we can not only make the nuclear waste last 300 years by using thorium, you can make the nuclear waste less than 250 years. We made a website to kind of change the minds of people. This website is called www.nfyu.com/ZISGr5's, and it has many posts on it about nuclear energy and its good and bad sides. And we did a video.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about nuclear energy and its good and bad sides. What is nuclear energy? My friend Nicholas is going to talk about that.
Nuclear energy is electricity which makes the light, and it is also really dangerous because it has like nuclear power plants which make loads of waste, and then the waste is highly radioactive which can affect food, water, people, and the whole world.
How did it start? The Manhattan Project. That's how it started. It started with the Second World War, where Hitler wanted to kill all the Jews. Many scientists were Jews, so they fled to America. This is where the project started. The Americans wanted to make an atomic bomb which could control, and then the Americans could have the power. So it started 2 years before the war ended. Now these scientists, it took a year to do this. After that, they tested a bomb called the Fat Man. That Fat Man bomb was very radioactive, so they found out that it was very useful. They made another one and found out that they actually could use, instead of uranium, they could use plutonium, which they then did. They tested in Hiroshima and then with plutonium in Nagasaki. And then that was how it started to do with nuclear reactors, because when the bomb exploded, before it exploded there happened fission, and that's what then created a nuclear power plant.
How do nuclear power plants work? My friend Nick is going to tell all about that. Now, as I told before about the Manhattan Project, that's how it started. It started with the fission process. The fission process happens inside the reactor core, which is reinforced with 3 inches of concrete so the radioactivity doesn't get out. These fuel rods then create heat and heat up water, which will go through a circuit. Now, to control this fission process, there are control rods that can be lowered into the water to absorb the atoms to make it go slower. Now, when this water goes in here and warms up another circuit, which will then turn to steam, go into the generator and create electricity. Well, this water has to go back in here, so it goes into a cooling tower, which is cooled by energy from another plant. Then it's sent back into the circuit. This is how a nuclear power plant works. Are there good sides of nuclear energy?
Of course there are good sides. As you see, nuclear energy can produce a lot of energy. It also doesn't cost a lot. When the radioactivity is stored correctly by nuclear power plants, it's very safe and nothing can happen. It is also very inexpensive, and it's a good source of energy.
My friend Leo is going to talk about nuclear waste.
Nuclear waste is the waste produced by nuclear
power plants that make the energy. And here is an example of a place where they store nuclear waste, which isn't very safe. It is underground, but as you can see, the containers are damaged and radiation could be released and could make an atomic disaster. As you can see here, the ZISGr project is what they want to do in Canada. They bury high-level waste in tunnels to store them for thousands of years until the radiation lowers itself. And this is a high-level waste container with a reinforced 3-inch thick concrete wall and a 1/2-inch steel plate around that. So if you store high-level waste in this, it is pretty safe, but it could still be dangerous.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. Are you for or are you against nuclear energy?
You can always see this again on nfye.com/Nicholas, and now I've found out Dr. Nicholas for some nuclear classes. Here are some facts about nuclear energy. 60% of the world's energy is nuclear energy. 55% of Switzerland's energy is hydro energy. That means there's about 30 to 40% nuclear energy in Switzerland, and the rest is solar energy. There are about 430 nuclear power plants in the world. Nuclear waste has been stored for thousands of years because it's not radioactive. Nuclear waste, as you have seen in the video, is waste produced by nuclear power plants, and it is highly radioactive. And there are 3 kinds of nuclear waste, like buildable waste, which is mainly masks that are worn in the work of nuclear power plants, or intermediate level waste is filters for the cooling systems. High level waste is fuel rods that are made especially for us to do that. Our action we took was a viral email with the link to this blog, and that they could see the video and the information and hopefully to change their mind of nuclear energy. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed our presentation. Have you changed your mind about nuclear energy? Okay. Are there any questions? Yes.
How did you create the website?
Oh, Nick, who is sadly absent today, did this website.
But then did you have to pay for the website?
We don't actually know how we did it, so I don't think we have to pay. Some other questions here?
What is the hardest thing that you did?
The action. Yeah. Toby?
Why do you think nuclear energy is so bad?
But I think right now it isn't the best source of energy, since it is, you can see in Fukushima, now it's like in the high level, it's in 7 degrees. That means that it's as dangerous as it was in Chernobyl, and the
waste has to be like stored for thousands of years. So,
How is radioactivity made? It is made by the atom being split by a nucleus,
yeah, and that releases gamma rays,
which are then the radioactivity, which also releases electrons, which is the electricity. Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah.
What kind of action did you do?
Well, we did a viral video, and kind of, so if somebody receives the email, they are asked to pass it on. So kind of it always goes.
Introduce someone to find information.
and as you can see here, there are resources, views, money, and I think we also have some books from the library.
Any other questions?